Hi TL, it's Johanna. Welcome. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming. Hit the like button, subscribe, get notified when we post our new vlogs every week. I am excited. I'm always excited. You guys probably know me by now. I'm always excited because when I research and I find out information, it trips me. Because I'm like, oh, I can do this too, right? So I'm always a sucker for things that work, meaning process and system. Welcome to Kunmismedia vlog. We are working on how top iconic business empires have remained successful. The company we're focusing on right now is Google. Now, don't lie. You've searched today, right? I have. Doing my research every day on my phone, on my laptop, anywhere I am, I'm constantly searching Google. Google is your best friend. In Nigeria, there's a say that goes, if you don't understand it, did you ask Google? And I think that goes everywhere. So, welcome. Google. Back in 1997, I was in college. I'm not telling you how old I am. Anyway, I was in college in 97. Back then, we had DSL. Do you still remember how DSL sound? Dun, dun, dun. It just had, I can't, I'm not good with impersonating voices. But DSL sounds horrible. Back then, we used to do search on Hotmail. I think it's called Hotmail. Yeah, there's still Hotmail, right? And then we would search on Yahoo as well. Gmail wasn't very common back then. So you can tell, I mean, anybody born post 90 wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. But Google came in around that time by two grad students at Stanford. They wanted to create a search engine that people could use on a regular basis to search for information. Now, the rest is history. The rest is absolutely history. Now, how did it become so powerful? It's simple. At the time when they were doing it, they didn't have this process in place. But over time, it had worked for them. So they keep reusing it. Google started out in 1998. One of the CEOs, Larry Page, calls their strategy the toothbrush test. And what does the toothbrush test mean? The toothbrush test was mainly to figure out how often their product was going to be used. Now, I think that's really clever. I'm sure when he coined the toothbrush test, people probably laughed at him and thought it was crazy. But now when you think about it, how many times a day do you use your toothbrush? Once, twice, more than once. I've met people at work when I was in the corporate world that will brush their teeth in between meals. Now, I thought that was crazy. But I could understand why. Because sometimes if you're eating certain food and you need to brush again. But the essence is, you use your brush every single day. Look at my hair right now, right? Would I need a hairbrush to put it back in place? Absolutely. Can I use my hands? Absolutely. Toothbrush, can you use your hand to brush your teeth? No. Well, you can try. It's just not going to be good, right? But they use the toothbrush approach, meaning they can use their product every single day. So they made a product that the people needed. Now, want is different. They needed that product Because this search engine we all know as Google right now, we can't survive a day or a week without Google. All around the globe, there's Google NG, there's Google UK, there's Google everywhere. They created a product that will add value to the point whereby you can't survive without it. If you're going for a job interview in freelance writing and you wanted to understand the interview questions, ask Google. Oh, Google is your best friend. It will tell you everything you need to know. So why is your product not leveraging knowledge? You need to do that research. You need to understand what customers need in that space. Create the urgency. Let it burn. Make it a life and death situation that you really, really create a product that is needed. Don't just create a product that people cannot live without. Anyone using the computer knows you need to do some search at some point or the other. Hence, hello Google. Now, what need is your product serving? What problem is your product fixing? You need to help people. You are in business to help people. You need to understand you're not just selling, you're selling to solve a problem. If you're not selling to solve a problem, then you're not about to create a business empire. But when you begin to solve a tangible or intangible problem, guess what? You have a business empire ahead of you. Thank you for watching.